Hello and welcome back to IdiotCraft, episode 18 of IdiotCraft, the Minecraft series where you, the viewers, get to tell me, a professional artist idiot, exactly what to do in the world. And as the sun is setting over the mountains, it's probably a good time to go and sleep and then tell you about something that happened, which meant that I've done a little change, a little alteration to what we've been doing. So you may have noticed I've got my lovely flying around camera working, but you may also notice I have a single bee down here. So I had 6 bees, and now it seems I have 1 bee. There we go, so get some more honeycomb for myself. This is because bees actually fly quite a distance away, and they've all been flying around, and I think I've either got lost or have found new hives. So been doing a little bit of work off stream because bees, as I said last time, have that unique gift of being able to help crops grow when they have pollen. So first of all, I've blocked in my dogs over here. This way I'm going to be building a little kennel section. But if we come around the back of the house, you'll see this rather large structure which is in the process of being built. It's not quite there yet. This is going to be my greenhouse. So let's come through the main entrance as we're supposed to. It took a little bit of terraforming to get the place how I wanted it, nice and flat over here. So at this end of the greenhouse we have lots of flowers. Then down here we have lots of areas for crops to grow, and then at the very end here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 beehives. That's a total of 30 bees when we get them all in here, which is not only going to provide us lots of honeycomb but lots of honey as well, which we haven't quite looked at yet. But the idea is the bees are going to be down this end. They're going to want to fly all the way down here to get to the pollen which is in the flowers. So they'll come down here, they'll eat nom 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 nom, and then they will fly back this way over all of the crops which are being watered by these waterlogged copper grates, which I absolutely love. Then they'll fly back over here to their homes, produce wax, produce honey for us, and in turn make all of the crops grow really quickly. That's the plan. Anyway, that's the idea. I also found out, you see these lines in the crops here, so in the tilled earth you've got these lines. If you grow crops in these lines and separate them all out, they actually grow quicker. So I'm going to put that to the test, and we're going to have rows of different crops going down in a nice pattern. So I've got the framework in, but this needs glass. It's a greenhouse, it needs glass, so I'm going to have to, well, I have been smelting up a little bit of glass. If we come back into the house and down to my basement, you can see some of the copper is starting to oxidize in here. I've had to put in a fair few more of these furnaces, which are now, or should be now, all full up with glass. Now, this has become a bit of an issue because I've put in all of these furnaces, and that's fine. This was one job where I needed lots of resources, and I've just gone through and made all of these. But actually, we need to automate this process. I need to be able to put things in and just let them go ahead and smelt themselves. So if you'll remember, over in this direction, see that platform over there that I've built? Yeah, that is where I'm going to be building an auto smelter, which is going to take lots of iron, which is why we previously built the iron farm. Do you see how this is building up? One thing leads on to another. We do these things to make things easier for ourselves. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and start placing in the glass on the greenhouse. I'm kind of thinking that this section here, where we've got the flowers, and the section down here where we have got the bees, maybe that should be yellow glass, in which case I need to get a bunch more yellow flowers and dye and get some yellow glass. But in the meantime, let's place in all of the glass in this section here, and then yeah, if I can get some yellow dye, we'll do these sections as well. Okay, that is our bee house slash... hold on, I've disturbed some earth down here. This is our bee house slash greenhouse all done, but we are missing some bees. So I'm going to see if I've got any bees left. And oh yeah, we've got double doors here so we don't let any bees out. I'm going to see if I've got any bees left, and if I don't have any bees left, I'm afraid I'm going to have to go out with some leads and see if I can coax some over to the greenhouse and get them to live there. I will take some leads with me just in case. I've got 3 leads. There we go. Looks like all but one of our bees have flown away. Ah, there we go. Come with me, bee. Now, my understanding is they're not too fussy about their hives. As long as they are in a hive at the end of the day, they're generally fine. That's what I believe anyway. Are you going to come away from the corner? Yes, you can have the flowers in a second. Here we go. This way. Look, this way. This way, bee. This way. This is going to be more difficult than I thought. Right. In the door. This way. Oh, now the lead's broken. It's trying to get inside to the flowers. Oh my goodness. This is going to be interesting. Okay, well, as you can see, I've got a few more bees to let go, but we are well and truly stocked. I think I've probably got about half the amount of bees that I want in this place. So let's let these guys go. I'll collect up their leads. There we are. And now it is time to plant some crops. So let's go as we said we were going to do. Can do these in rows. And there we go. Look at my busy little bees buzzing away in the greenhouse. So they come all the way from that end down to here. They feed on the flowers. They get their bums full of pollen. And then they pass over like this. Well, less over the path. But there we go. Do you see that little green sparkles? It is making the plants grow quicker. So this just will accelerate the growth of everything in the greenhouse, which is very, very nice indeed. And I can carry on breeding these bees because there's definitely space for more of them. Now we've got some of these full already, which of course is going to get us some wax. But if I take some of this glass and make some bottles, 12 bottles, let's go up and look at the other resource that we can get from our bees. Okay, so we know if we hit it with the shears, we get honeycomb wax. But like this, we get a bottle of honey. Now I've got 7 honey bottles down here. I can go ahead and drink one of these, I think, and it works as a piece of food. There we go, it gives a little bit of saturation. Or I can put, there we go, 4 of them, and then I get a honey block. There we go, that is the honey block, and it works a little bit like slime, but it's also quite sticky, so it's got some interesting properties of its own. It breaks very quickly, and yeah, we're going to be able to do a little bit of experimenting with that in the future. I put some torches down in here, but actually I need to think of different light sources. But that is our greenhouse all done and dusted. Now for our next project, I need to take down all of these smelters and, oh yeah, spew a load of glass out. Let's pop all of that in this box here and the extra sand as well. And I don't have enough. I've currently got 10. I think for this project I want 16 smelters. So let's get a little bit more cobble, make a few more. Okay, we've got some and we've got some spare. I also need for this, for every furnace, I need 3 hoppers. So that is a lot of planks. Let's just get out some of this here and make ourselves some chests first of all. I'm also going to need lots of iron. So that is exactly where the iron farm comes into use. Okay, I've done 52 hoppers, which should be more than enough. There's a few other bits I need to collect. So what do I have for... I've got some rails up here. How do I make powered rails? Gold stick and redstone. I'm definitely going to need some of those. So I've got some gold. Let's smelt some of that up. I've got some redstone. Yeah. And I'm sure I've got plenty of sticks. Okay, I think I've got everything that I need. It is daytime outside, but how much daylight have we got left? Not much. Let's sleep, and then we can head over to our new area where I want to build our automatic furnace. So this isn't going off of any kind of schematic from anyone else. This is purely what I remember from Minecraft, in that hoppers can feed into furnaces and can also take out of furnaces depending on where the hopper is placed. So I'm gonna head up here, and I think this section over here might be good for our furnace. How many spaces have we got? 1, 2. Actually, this back section might equally work. Let's see. If I start placing down, am I going to have enough space? I think I might. I want to have space to be able to get down the edges as well. So what I want is hoppers first, I think. Yeah, so if we come all the way down here, I want to have an output chest around here. I think that looks to be about the middle of that section. Then if we start working with hoppers, I want one going into this chest. Yeah, great. And then another one just to separate this out. And then I'll go 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just check that. Great, and then we're going to repeat that on this side. And then on top of all of these will go our furnaces. Excellent, so now this is all set up so that anything that is in the furnaces that is smelted will come out. Any of these travel all the way down this hopper line and into here. Now we need to think about feeding into the backs of these furnaces to be able to get, there we go, to be able to get fuel in. So this is more hoppers, and we're just going to click on the back of each of these furnaces. And then same on this side. I'm also going to get a piece of terracotta as well to place in this section just here. There we go. In fact, let's get another one, even this out. Great. Now we need to have hoppers feeding into the tops of all of these like this, and I'm actually going to be short of hoppers. Can you believe it? I'm going to be short by 2. Well, that's just going to be a bit of a pain, isn't it? That's fine. That's fine. I'll sort it out. And then over here, I want to come up. There we go, like this. We want space for the minecarts to be able to go underneath. And if I, yeah, that's now got in that hopper line. And it's probably in one of these furnaces. Let's have a look. Or it might have passed all the way through and got into this chest. Oh, well, it's somewhere. Or did I pick it up? In fact, that makes more sense. Let's have it come out the back here. It does mean that I need to extend this out just one more block. So I'll do that. Luckily, I was sensible and bought a crafting bench with me. So let's pop that in there and make another couple of hoppers. I was too short because I'd used them to build the hopper minecarts. I hadn't adjusted my calculations. Right, okay, so we've got our chest here. We've got rail lines that need to go. So I'm going to, I think, have the rail lines from here going up this way. And from here to go up that way. Trying to figure out how I want this. I think I want powered rails first. Yeah, there we go. And I want a block on the end here to stop that. And I want, oh, I want another one up there as well. So I think I want to change that one for a standard rail. And then down the end here, standard, standard, standard. There we go. That links that up. We're going to do standard, standard along here. Powered along this section. And again, I'm short by one, but that shouldn't be a problem. No, I'm short by a couple. This is all very much trial and error. In fact, let's give this a try. If I pop down this minecart here, that wants to go up. That's fine. In the middle section here, if I place a block of redstone just here, is that going to power those rails? Maybe one up. There we go. There we go. So that's going to power that to go around, and it's going to turn around and come back, and it's stuck in that block. I will figure this out. Don't you worry. We need to have some power for these rails as well. So do I pop a redstone block here? And I'm sure I could do this with redstone torches, but there we go. That's that. I need to get a few more powered rails. Okay, welcome back after a little bit of fiddling around trying to get things work. I think I now have a proper working system, as yet untested, but the idea is this lever down here powers both of these minecarts. These minecarts are sat on rails which are not currently powered, but this switch will do that. Once they're powered, they'll go up to here onto these rails which are powered. This one up here will travel all the way along and deposit any ores or anything we want to smelt into the smelters underneath. This track down here will go along and deposit all of the fuel, which at the moment is coal because that's all I've got to hand. Once things have finished smelting in here, they will go down into the hoppers below, be transported out, and we should be able to collect them in this chest right here, which currently has a lever in it. Let's take that out. Right, so it's semi-manual at the moment in that I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to load all of that copper into there. Then I'm going to go to this one and I'm just going to chuck some coal in there. Now we can give this a try. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Okay, both minecarts are going along. We should see all of the furnaces firing up. Most of the furnaces firing up. Why are you not firing up? Ah, you have a rail in you. Okay. How about you? You have a block of redstone in you, thank you. But look at that, all of the furnaces are working. This one's not getting any coal. I wonder why that is. Is it not stopping long enough? Oh, maybe it's not. That's odd. It's getting copper, not getting coal. Okay, I can troubleshoot that, but everything else seems to be working. Why is this? This one's not getting coal either. Okay. Maybe it's not spending enough time there. If I turn this off just for a second, just checking here. Yeah, we're getting loads of copper come in. Ah, also getting coal coming in as well. Why is... Ah, because of the hoppers underneath. Gotcha. So I'm going to have to either bring this line out one more or not use those ones. Okay. At least I've found what the issue is there. That's absolutely fine. In fact, let me just... You know what? I'll leave that as it is for now. I know how to fix that. That is not an issue at all. But look. Look. We have a super furnace all working. If I come to here and turn this off, when they come back, they will just stop. And then I can check each of these. Yeah, that one's deposited all of its copper. This one's deposited all of its coal. Everything is smelting up. And we're already through 2.5 stacks of copper. That to me is a successful mission with, yes, a part of a bug, but that's fine. I will sort that out. That's not a problem. I'll just have to bring that line of hoppers out, maybe one more, just to stop that going in there like that. But that should be an easy enough fix. Oh, I've accidentally set that one off as well. Let's see how these are doing. Nearly out of copper. You know what? Let's give you can have this copper here. We'll go around to your friend on the other side. You can have the copper from this one. Just to get it all smelted, we might as well use that up. So now that we've got this, I do need to think about a more sustainable fuel source than coal, although we are getting quite a lot of coal at the moment. And also what this building is going to look like, as well as what we're going to do in this section over here. The sun is setting. I have a chest full of copper, which I am loving. Let's head home and let's see how our bees are doing in the morning. Look at this, all of these grown crops from our bees just busily buzzing around. Definitely need to breed some more because I think we can get these filled much, much quicker. Do I have any more glass bottles on me? I don't, but I do have my shears. Let's get a load more honeycomb, shall we? Now, the collection of honeycomb and honey is something else we can automate in the future, but we've got the infrastructure for it in now, at least, which is the main thing. And of course, all of our crops, which is just, loving it, absolutely loving it. And it's, yeah, actually having them planted out in rows like this looks quite nice. I actually quite like it. Now, I know what you're thinking. We have played with redstone over there. We have played with bees. Surely that's enough for one episode. No, it's really not. I want to get started on this project down here, which I spoke briefly about last time. But let's go down and have a proper look. Just look at that. So that up there is the basement of our tower, and you can actually see right up to the very top of the tower and the glass at the top there. We've got some light coming down. So this area down here, I want this to look like a giant geode. We've got this lovely magical tower up the top. Let's make it feel a little bit more magical by actually getting some of the geode geometry in here. So geodes are made of basalt and calcite. So I have gone out into the nether and I have collected a load of basalt. I went onto the mountain and I collected a load of calcite. And we're going to use that to build up this area that looks like a giant geode. And this is going to be the foundation for our tower, as if the magic is coming up from the earth all the way through the tower. And then we're going to have a little surprise on top of the tower as well. But I'm not sure how much of this we're going to get done in this episode. I'd certainly want to make a start on it. So let's start getting cracking and we'll see how it goes from there. And I think it will give a little bit more personality to this cave down here where we've got our mine and our nether portal. Or maybe we need to do even more in here. But I've got a load of materials and I've got a load of scaffolding. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so hopefully that is giving you an idea of what I want down here to make it feel like this massive geode under the tower. So spreading up here like this all around. Lovely jubbly. But yeah, that's going to be a big job. Most of that is probably going to be done off camera to save you watching me build it. But yeah, this is going to tie in the magic tower upstairs with what we have down here. And I think we're going to end this episode where we started, on top of the tower, which of course, as I alluded to, is going to have something extra special up the top here. Now, I'm really glad that we have got our super smelter in, or at least a version 1 of a super smelter, so that I can get some glass done, because I'm also going to need some purple glass and some lights as well. But we've got our bees all done and dusted. We've got our super smelter all done and dusted. We have got the beginnings of the kind of lore story section for our tower started. It's getting there, it's on its way. I'll finish some of that off camera and then we'll come back and do a bit more work later. But for now, as always, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave your comments down below for what I should do next session, and until next time, goodbye.